Welcome to Not a Great Whisperer podcast. This is your host, Katie Ray. I am joined with the beautiful Taquisha. She is a realtor in Tampa, right?
Yes. Tampa,
oh my gosh. Yeah. We met through a friend of ours, one of the lenders on was it the Vision Board Day?
Yeah, the Vision Board Day.
And it was a wonderful day. We just really got to know each other. And Taquisha's been in real estate for 5 years?
4 years.
4 years, which is awesome. Her daughter's here with us as well. I love stuff like this because I have 2 daughters and I love seeing just like the power of mom and daughter. So welcome both of you.
Thank you.
So we're going to kind of just jump right into your journey, not only real estate, but as a mom, as a wife, as really everything and really how you became who you are today. So where did you grow up and all of that?
Well, I'm originally from Florida. I'm in the St. Petersburg area. I was born in 1988, September. So I always been here in Florida my whole life.
Awesome. And so when you decided to really take that jump into real estate, what was it that made you do it?
Well, typically, I started real estate because my husband, he started doing wholesaling and flipping properties first. Mm-hmm. So he was like, well, you should go get your real estate license. So at first, I was reluctant about it because I was a full-time hygienist at the time.
Oh, wow.
And I had just got a promotion with my job to be a supervisor. So I was like, oh, I'm already super busy. I'm working a 9 to 5. Then I have the kids.
Yeah.
So I was reluctant. But as I started helping him with his business, I started liking it a little bit. So I went and decided to get my real estate license. I did a 7-day course. Uh-huh. It was an all-day course from Sunday to Sunday. It was from 8 to 5 o'clock. And I typically got my license in 30 days.
That's awesome. And how old were the kids at that time?
At that time, she was 10 years old, and my oldest son, which is 16 now, he was probably about 11 or 12.
Okay. And you have a little one, too?
Yes, I just had another baby about 10 months ago.
Oh, my gosh. I have a 2-year-old, so I noticed that you had a little one, so which is crazy right now, especially with how busy realtors have been. Not like busy, but like kind of you have so many things going on because of how fast like houses are going. So how is that? How is balancing that?
Me and my husband, we balance it pretty well because we both work from home.
Yeah.
But it's been crazy. It's been crazy. So
when your schedules are like going out, are you two just kind of like, this is my week, this is your week, this is how we're handling it?
No, it's day to day.
Oh, shit.
Especially as a real estate agent right now, it's day to day. Like tomorrow, I may not have any showings, but then something may pop on the market today and you got to go show tomorrow because it'll be off market in 24 hours.
Do you love that you took that leap?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What's the most rewarding part of it right now?
The most rewarding thing for me is that helping the minority. Mm-hmm. Because when I first became a real estate agent, I didn't know how much it entailed to get approved for a home. So growing up as a kid, they don't teach you or educate you the importance of credit. Mm-hmm. So I love helping my clients from start to finish, even though if they're not ready today, I like to help them through the credit repair, guide them, educate them. Mm-hmm. Education is very important to me because we don't know the process of buying a home. So I love to educate my clients the most.
Yeah. And I feel like we don't realize like how we grew up and now your kids get to understand more about credit and all of these things because you're in it all day.
Yeah, and they definitely have a benefit.
Yeah, right? And they get to be educated because, I mean, schools aren't really doing that. So it's like they get to see that too. And I feel like that's amazing. What do you think is one of the hardest things about being a realtor right now?
Consistency.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent in this market in order to be successful.
So you've only sold in the Tampa market?
Yes.
Okay. And do you feel since 5 years ago, like what is the biggest difference right now?
The biggest difference right now is the market is high, it's up. So I know people who purchased homes 4 years ago, they was able to get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $350,000. Now for $350,000, you probably get a 800, 900 square foot home. So the market is really high. Rent is really high. So that's what they forcing people to want to buy now because who wants to pay $2,000 in rent for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment.
Yeah.
So really, because the rent is so high, they're forcing people to want to become homeowners.
Yeah. And what do you think? So is there ever like a day where you're just like, oh, it's too much? Like it's just been stressful? Because I feel like when realtors are talking now, it's just so much extra stress because you want to help your clients. And it's like very hard with like the timing right now.
Sometimes what frustrates me is when my clients don't get the market. They're going about, their parents bought a home in North Carolina. So they don't get that the market is crazy right now. The market is up right now and it's no deals. Only thing I do educate my clients about is that I don't want my clients paying $30K or $50K over market price for a property. But that's what's going on right now. Clients are paying $50K over the asking price to win an offer. So I don't really recommend that because you want to still build equity in your property.
And so you don't feel good about it because you know the education.
You don't feel good about that. So that's what frustrates me a little bit is that some clients don't get the market. They want to be slow with the process. Like if a house come on the market today, we got to go look at it today or tomorrow and put an offer in today.
Yeah, and you know the urgency of it.
Yes, and sometimes clients don't really understand or grasp the urgency of the market. Yeah,
it's crazy when I'll see like someone be like, this is on the market. Okay, date 24 hours. It's been shown like 7 times and it's already off the market. And I'm like, is that real?
That is real.
Yes.
That is so real.
Well, I feel like you have to have a certain motivation or drive to be a realtor. Like what has happened that you've always had this drive and this work ethic? Like what is your why?
My why is my kids. I had my first son when I was 17 years old, and I can remember in high school, my high school teachers used to tell me that I was going to be a statistic, that I wasn't going to graduate from school, I wasn't going to go to college. So my why has always been my kids, being a teen mom.
Yeah.
I have to provide for my kids. I have to get up every day and hustle and grind and so I can provide for my kids. And that's why I have my daughter here today, because I want her to have options that I didn't think I had when I was her age. My thing was, I got to go to college and get a degree. Her option would be, if she want to go to college, I'm going to support that. But if she want to be an entrepreneur, me and her dad is going to support that as well. So,
yeah, you guys are. So
so I want her to see both sides, that
you can do it.
She have options. She can do it.
I love that. Yes. That just gave me chills. Thank you for that. I think that's really powerful. And, you know, at her age right now, like she hears it, but like when she's older, she's going to be like, hell yeah.
Yes.
You know, like you're absorbing it. And then when you're older, you're just like, yeah, my mom was definitely a powerhouse. I love that. So do you think like your work ethic was always like molded in you, but your why being a teen mom? And really, I feel like there's such a negative connotation with teen mom, right? And the teachers made sure you knew that for some reason. Yes. But it isn't. Like, look at where you are.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, where are you at your stage? Like, where's your mentality? Yes, you are a teenager, but like you are thriving and your family gets to see that. You get to be the matriarch of your family. Like you're it, you know? So I think that's super powerful. I think you should feel awesome right now.
Thank you so much.
First podcast, right? You're killing it.
Yes.
You're killing it. Are you feeling more comfortable? We're feeling more comfortable. So do you think with being a realtor, like what's your like next goal for, like, how do you set your goals for yourself? Like, is it with selling house? Is it the people that you get to outreach? Like, what are your next goals for yourself in realty?
Well, I'm not in it to sell houses. Yeah. I'm not in it to say, oh, I want to sell 50 houses this year. My main goal is because I became to love it. I was reluctant at first, but as time has went by, I began to love it. And I began to level with my clients, the ones that don't have money to purchase a $400,000 home or don't have money for a down payment. So my goal is to educate. I have an ebook out on my website now to kind of help them navigate through the process of the home buying process. Yeah. And I also do free phone consultations to kind of guide you if you're not ready. I will help you to get ready to purchase a home, so you won't have all those mistakes.
Yeah.
Because the notion out there is typically right now, if you don't have money, you can't buy a home. Or a lot of people think, oh, if I don't have a 720 credit score, I can't buy a home. You could buy a home with a 580 credit score.
Yeah.
So I like to educate the minority and let them know you can buy a home.
I love that you have an ebook. I had no idea.
Yes, I do have an ebook.
So you created it?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. And what made you do that? All the questions you were getting?
All the questions and all the misinformation that's out there on the internet. So, and then all the mistakes people was making, or they was thinking that they wasn't ready, and they was ready.
Oh, so that's really cool. Do you see, are a lot of realtors doing that now?
I don't see too many.
Cool.
But I'm sure it's a lot of ebooks out there.
Yeah, I know. I just love that you take like all those questions because, having a lot of friends that are realtors, I always have a lot of questions. Like I'm like, I don't understand enough about real estate. So I think that's a cool tool to have, just to be like, hey, you can check out my ebook if you feel like you're not ready. This will help you kind of understand a little bit more about what's going on, answer some questions. I love that. And your website is?
My website is www.taquishatakesrealestate.com.
Hell yeah, it is. I love that. I love it. So you're the next Selling Tampa. You got to. Selling Tampa episodes, right? Own your own. Do your own thing. Because that huge real estate push, what was it, Allure Realty?
Yeah.
Realtor Group. With the Tampa market, I feel like it didn't really show everything going on in the market, right?
No, it didn't.
Right? It was super cool to just see awesome women in front and center. But do you think like there's a lot of things people don't realize about Tampa market and that wasn't portrayed?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Because typically Selling Tampa, they were showing mostly the luxury side of real estate, and every realtor and every client can afford the luxury side of real estate.
Yeah, for sure. I know. Because I think just having Tampa like shown is awesome just for us in general. But just the market's been super hard for a lot of people.
Yes, it has.
Especially your clients that you're working with every day. So back when like 5 years ago, weren't something that was powerful, like those offer letters, like the letters that people write of why they want the home?
Yes, that's typically.
It is? Oh, cool.
Yeah. I recommend my clients to do that a lot now, especially with FHA clients. A lot of sellers, they're going with cash or conventional.
Yeah.
So your FHA clients and your VA clients, is very hard to get an offer accepted. So I always recommend writing a letter to the seller.
Yeah.
And it works sometimes.
So is there a specific county that you only work in, or is it across Tampa Bay?
It's across Tampa Bay, but typically right now, most of my clients is in Pasco County.
Oh, wow.
Because it's a cheaper market.
Yeah, and I feel like it's growing.
It's very,
right?
It's growing.
Like
growing.
fast. You're fast. Like, yes, thank you. The timeline here.
It's growing really fast.
Yeah, and so do you ever notice like your typical day is scheduled out, like your calendar's ready, and then a bunch of wrenches come in and you have to go do something else or do something like run to another showing or anything like that? Like, does that happen?
That's probably my everyday.
You're like, no, that's every day. What is this question? I'm doing this shit every day. Oh, yeah? Every day.
Yes, I will have 5 showings scheduled and then something with the market.
Yeah.
And my 5 showings may turn into 6.
Yeah. What do you do for yourself? Like on your busy weeks and things like that? Like, how do you pour into yourself? Because being a mom, being a spouse, being a realtor is really at times you're not only a realtor, you're a therapist, you're a friend, you're a confidant. Like people are pouring themselves into you. Like, what do you do for yourself?
For myself, I always get up first thing in the morning. I read my Bible scripture and my morning affirmations.
Awesome.
My morning affirmation is very important to me. I have to remind myself that I'm successful. I'm going to be successful. So my morning affirmation is very, very important to me because as being an entrepreneur, you get discouraged sometimes.
All the time, yeah.
Or you get overwhelmed, or you're tired, or you're super busy. So you have to remind yourself, and you have to tell yourself every day that you can do it.
And when did you like start implementing that? Like when you knew you had to start doing this? Like
maybe my first year in real estate, that was the toughest year for me. The first year in real estate was very, very tough.
And I
doubted myself a lot.
Yeah.
So I had to change my mindset and build my confidence so I can know that I can do it.
Yeah, I love that. And you like reflected on that and you're like, I can't be in this state. Like I need to do this for myself to really get to the next level. And now you're here, successful, killing it.
Thank you.
So for me, as just like the person who doesn't know a lot about real estate, I always just like listen to other people talking about the market and everything like that. What do you think is the coolest thing about the Tampa market right now?
The beaches.
Yeah. Cool.
The beaches, all the clients or people that's coming from up north.
Yeah.
They want to come stay on the beaches.
Yeah.
They love beaches. They love our beaches. So our beaches right now is really, that's why people come to Tampa and want to retire in Tampa because of the beaches.
And is Pasco close to beaches?
No.
So it'll just be like a 30-minute drive.
30-minute drive.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Straight down US 19.
Yeah, that's like nothing. All right. Well, I love all of that. So what's a tidbit you want to give my billion listeners? Something about you or something just in general about life? Like a fun tidbit. Did I catch you off guard?
A fun tidbit. Something.
Maybe one of your favorite quotes or affirmations that you do in the morning?
The favorite person I like to listen to every morning is Steve Harvey.
Oh, so funny. Yes.
I love Steve Harvey. And I have to say my favorite quote from him is, "You only as successful as you think you are. Do not compare yourself to other people's success. Your success is how far you have came personally, not as far as someone else has came."
Yeah, and that's probably really important, especially in real estate, because there's so many people out there doing real estate. And it's like if you compare yourself to one person, that's not really real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real. So your success is within.
Yeah, and you're successful.
Yes, it's where you started from.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, taking it, using it. Where can we find you? Tell me all of the socials and all the things.
Well, I already told you my website. My website is TaquishaTakesRealEstate.com. My IG, Instagram is Taquisha Takes Real Estate. Then also I have Facebook and it's Taquisha McCluster.
I love it's Taquisha Takes Real Estate. I love little spin-offs when it's not just like your name. My name is KDRay.com, but I like stuff like that because it's just like, hell yeah, you do. So you can find Taquisha at Not a Great Whisper Podcast, at The Real KRay, KDRay.com. This episode will be on all major platforms, and we're at BKN Creative Studios in Ybor. I hope you enjoyed today.
I really
Thanks for being on.
So nervous.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, I'm fine now. Thanks for being on. Thanks for bringing your awesome daughter. Thank you.